Hello, it's Sam from Manthers Makes. I finally plucked up the courage to go on camera. So, a little bit nervous, but I wanted to tell you about a yarn haul that I picked up yesterday at a local yarn shop. The shop is about 10 miles away from where I live. In the small village that I live in, there isn't a lot of shops, so you do have to travel. I also wanted to spend the day with my nan. So, you know, we enjoyed some shopping, we had some coffee and cake and things like that, and it was really enjoyable. So, would you like to see what yarn I got? Okay, so the first one I've got to show you, and I will have to apologise. I don't know how to change settings on video. I am literally filming you on my iPhone, which is currently propped up against a vase of flowers. I don't have the equipment, so I'm doing the best with what I've got. So the first yarn that I got, now I spotted this the other day, and I've also seen a couple of people review this before. I'm not going to do a review. I'm literally just going to give you the specs of the yarn. But like I said, I don't know how to change the settings on my camera. So all the writing's going to be the wrong way round for you, because I don't know how to change that. So I will do my best, maybe spell out how the name of the yarn is spelt, and we'll go from there. So I don't want to keep you very long. Some of my videos have been quite long and I want to keep them short and sweet. So the first yarn that I picked up is Stylecraft Amour. Now, I've never had this yarn before, but I absolutely fell in love with the really lovely autumn colours that are inside here. I've also never had a ball of yarn in this shape before. To me, it reminds me of a sea urchin. Do with that information what you will. But it's nice, it's bouncy, it's squishy. You can feel that there's a little bit of wool in there, but I don't think it would irritate you. And actually, I'm going to be making a scarf out of this. I actually got 3 balls. I've only got 2 here on the table, because the other one's actually a work in progress at the moment. So let's give you some details about this one. So what I'll do is I'll hold it up like this, and I've got the label from the skein I'm using. So Stylecraft Amour, the shade colour is Pebble. It is 60% premium acrylic and 40% superwash wool. Like I said, you can feel wool in there, but it's not particularly irritable. And when I wear my scarf, I shall let you know whether I can cope with it, because I do have sensitive skin. And obviously if I get a bit hot and bothered and sweaty, you know, that might change, but I shall let you know. So yes, 60% premium acrylic, 40% superwash wool. There's 240 meters or 262 yards. Because I bought this over here in the UK, it's classed as an Aran weight. But if you're from a different country, this would be a worsted 4 or a medium 4. The recommended hook size is a H or 8 US or a 5mm. Knitting needles, they suggest a 5mm, US 8. It says it's machine washable, cool tumble dry, it may dry clean, and you can use a cool iron. I probably won't be doing any of that. I will probably hand wash and lay flat to dry, just because when it's homemade items, you really don't want machines to ruin your objects. Okay, so, oh, it's a 100-gram ball as well, and it says made for Stylecraft in Turkey. So I think I gave you all the specs. The colour again is Pebble, and it's a medium weight number 4, 262 yards. So let's just give you one last look at this one, just show you the thickness of the yarn. It's quite a nice 4 weight, and that's the Stylecraft Amour, and that is spelt AMOR if you wanted to check it out. I did check whether Wool Warehouse, because I know you guys in America can order from Wool Warehouse. They do stock this normally, but at the moment every colour is out of stock, so I'm actually really pleased my local yarn shop had some. And actually my local yarn shop was just a smidgy bit cheaper than Wool Warehouse, so again, bargain. Right, so that's that one. And then the next one, I've only got one more yarn to show you. Like I said in a previous video, I haven't really deviated from my bog standard basic acrylic, which is your Stylecraft Special DK or Aran. There's nothing wrong with that yarn, but it's a less expensive, a less expensive yarn. I haven't ventured out of my comfort zone at all, which is why I got the Stylecraft Amore, and that's also why I got this next one that I'm going to show you, because these are better quality yarns that I've never had before. Going back to this one quickly, it is working up really nicely. It recommends a 5mm hook. I'm actually using a 6mm because I want a little more drape on my scarf. There's no splitting. It's not rough to work with. It's really quite a nice yarn to use. I'm yet to use this next one, which I'll give you a sneak peek. Now, I've never used a cake either. These are the first cakes that I've got. It's got a lovely centre pull here, so you can work from the middle out. Now, the colours in this one are being blown up slightly. This green isn't quite this bright or vivid. It's actually a little more muted than what's showing on my camera. But you've got this lovely tan, beigey. It is more tan, but there might be a hint of peach in there. But again, like I said, it's more tan. And it goes out to a lovely grey, and then a white, and then the green, which again isn't as bright as it's showing on camera. And then there's another shade, or another bit of the tan. And then there's almost like, to me, it's what I would class a mushroomy colour. It looks lighter on the camera, but in the actual cake, it's like a grey, purpley, browny. So to me, it's more of a very pale, mushroomy sort of colour. And then you've got a more orangey, peachy tan here. And then it goes into a darker grey. And then a little bit of white again, and then the green. And then it just repeats all the way to the outside of the cake. Now this one is King Cole Harvest double knitting. It's so super soft and squishy, and one of the reasons why it's so super squashy is because it's 90% acrylic and 10% alpaca. Now, I'm sure most of you know alpaca is hypoallergenic. Therefore, if you do have allergies to wool and other animal fibres, people have found that they can actually work with alpaca because it doesn't irritate them or cause allergic reactions as much as the other animal fibres. So this might be a good one for you to try. It is super soft. I would have absolutely no trouble wearing it against my skin with nothing underneath. So it's a 150 gram cake. There's approximately 585 yards or 535 meters. It says that you can wash on a cool wash, don't iron. It can be dry cleaned and it can be put on a cool tumble. But again, because it's such a beautiful yarn, I don't think I would use machines to care for whatever I make out of this. Purely because I don't want what I've made and spent all that time and effort making to be ruined. So yeah, like I said, it's really lovely. It's almost got like a washed effect on some of the colours, especially this tan and this mushroom in between the tan sorts of colours. So I'm just going to make sure there's no colour number on this. Sorry, yes, there is a colour number. So the shade is 5205, but there's also a name of Woodland. And again, I did check Wool Warehouse. They do normally stock them, but again, at this time, they've currently sold out. Well, as of last night. So yesterday was the 24th of January, 2022. today is Tuesday the 25th of January 2022. So it might be worth giving it a few days, going online, checking if this is something you're interested in, because again, there are lots of other lovely, lovely ones of these. You've got ones with all blues, shades of purples. I think there was a pinky one. But I like this one because it was more of the natural tones, and I am a bright girl. As you can see, I've got a rainbow star and rainbow on my jumper, and I do like pinks and purples normally, but I wanted to not only have a cake for the first time and also a yarn that's a bit more expensive than I would normally buy. I wanted different colours. I wanted to see how different colours played out on the objects that I make, because I want to get a little bit more experienced and have a bit more of variety in the projects that I make, the yarn that I use, and everything else. So like I said, this is the King Cole Harvest. It's backwards to you, I'm sorry. Like I said, I don't know how to change that. So King Cole Harvest double knitting, which is supposed to be a 3 weight, and I would agree that it is a fairly nice 3 weight. Let me see if I can get a better. There we go. And you can see some of the alpaca fuzzies coming off of the cakes. See if I can get over here, look, against my dark blue jumper, you can see some of the fuzzies, but it is super soft. It is not scratchy or irritable at all, and I will wear something underneath it. If I make a wearable, it could be a blanket, it could be anything. I haven't got any plans for this at all, but like I said, I wanted a more neutral palette, different colours, completely get myself out of my comfort zone. Hey, at the end of the day, if you've got the money, and I did because I was lucky enough to get some Christmas money, if you've got the money and you want to change things up a bit, then I truly recommend you do, because actually I'm more excited about using wools, these yarns, than my bog standard, because I know what my bog standard works up like, I know what it feels like, I know what it looks like, so I'm actually more excited to use these two, which I have never worked with before, never used, and a completely different colour palette to what I'm used to. So yeah, I would highly recommend these. They are soft, they are nice, they are pretty, they are still reasonably priced. I mean, I think I paid £4.49, obviously UK, because we use Great British pounds, so it's £4.49. So I think that's a little bit more for you guys in America and other countries, but I still think it's highly worth it. I mean, the yardage, what was the yardage on this one? 262 yards, and I think for you guys it might be around the $5-6 mark, and I think for that amount of yardage it's worth it. This one I paid £6.25, so again a little bit more for you guys in America, so I would put this around the $7-8 mark, but for a cake with 585 yards, I didn't think that was too bad. And again, it was comparable to Wool Warehouse. My local yarn shop is obviously trying to be competitive and encourage people like me in, and I will be going back because I saw some other beautiful yarns while I was there, but I'm gonna have to save up some money before I go back. Anyway, I have kept you long enough. It was lovely to see you all. For everybody that has already subscribed and become a member of my family, I really truly appreciate it. I've only just started out. I'm nearly at 40 family members. Obviously I want to get bigger, so if you like what you see, please share me out to people, get my name out there. You know, I'd like to see my family grow, and I'd like to do some more content for you and see where this journey is going to take me. And yay, finally I got the courage to be on screen. So I hope you're not too disappointed, but this is me. Yeah, and obviously please ignore the Harry Potter poster, that is my son's, but to be fair, both himself and I are massive Harry Potter fans, so there we go. So until I see you next time, please stay safe, stay warm, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, bye.